Hari Om to everyone. Today, we'll be doing Gita-Shloka 3.14. Can I have a volunteer to chant the Shloka along with me? Okay, shares. Awesome. Okay, I'll chant like a word and then you chant after me, okay? Everybody, please sit straight, close your eyes and chant along with us. Annād bhavanti
annād bhavanti
bhūtāni
bhūtāni
parjanyād
parjanyāt
annasambhavah
annasambhavah
yajñād
yajñāt
bhavati parjanyo
bhavati parjanyo
yajñah
yajñā
karma samudbhavah.
karma samudbhavah.
Another time. Annād bhavanti
annād bhavanti
bhūtāni
bhūtāni
parjanyād
parjanyāt
annasambhavah
annasambhavah
yajñād bhavati
yajñāt bhavati
parjanyo
parjanyo
yajñah karma
yajñā karma
samudbhavah.
samudbhavah.
Thank you. Could I have someone to read the meaning? Okay. Megha, read the meaning or whatever is under the shloka.
All living beings subsist on food, and food is produced by rains. Rains come from the performance of sacrifice, and sacrifice is produced by the performance of predictable duties.
Prescribed duties.
Prescribed duties.
Thank you, Megha. Thank you, Shreyas. Okay. So what is Krishna talking about in the shloka? Essentially, we can see he's talking about four things: food, and then rain, and sacrifice, and prescribed duties. So sacrifice also in Sanskrit, the right word is yajna, and prescribed duties is dharma. Let's look at each of these in a little more depth. First, he's talking about food. So when Krishna says food in the shloka, annād, he doesn't literally mean food. He means anything. It's a metaphor for anything we see, anything materialistic around us. So food can also be something we consume from the five senses. So let's take vision, something we consume from our eyes. So we're constantly consuming something from our eyes. So I'm looking at my laptop screen right now, or you can be watching a movie. So this is one type of food. So food meaning one type of materialistic consumption. So let's also take hearing. So we are constantly hearing some sound. So I can hear some children talking down there, a basketball downstairs, a cycle bell, and then I can also listen to music whenever I'm doing something. So this is another type of consumption. So this is also hearing. And a third sense, smell. So we smell something good. Let's say your mom is preparing something really tasty. You smell it and then you're like, oh, I'm so hungry. But then when she's preparing something you don't like, you don't feel so hungry anymore. So this is smell. So we associate some kind of food with smell. Or also perfume. We put perfume so we can smell good. So this is another type of consumption. So this is another type of food. Finally, not finally, we have taste. So taste, the obvious example is food. Again, here, food, we eat food all the time. So we taste, we have different, there's spice, there's sweet, there's bitter, there's sour. So there are different kinds of tastes. This is yet another type of consumption. And finally, touch. Touch is really important because whenever we meet someone or greet someone, we shake our hands or we hug. So touch is really important for people. So like this, there are five senses. And through those five senses, we consume everything around us. And Krishna is talking about these five senses and everything we see around and everything we consume as food. And how is he saying this food is coming? He's saying the food or the plants, they all come through rain. How does this rain come? Rain naturally happens through the water cycle. So as we know, evaporation happens, condensation, and then it rains again. So like this, it's a constant cycle. But again, what does this mean in the sense of a metaphor? So we can say rain is like the Brahman or the divine. So this is what truly everything comes from. Let's say this glue stick or this piece of paper. All of it comes from. We might think it comes from a factory, but if we probe further, if we think about it deeper, everything comes from the divine or the Brahman. So rain in this shloka, Krishna is referring to the true Brahman. So that's where everything, the origin of food is Brahman, or the origin of everything, the materialistic world is the Brahman. And next, he's talking about how the rain comes. The rain comes from sacrifices, or the word he uses in the shloka is yagna. What is yagna? So we see a picture here. We see a young woman helping an older lady. So what does this mean? So essentially, yagna refers to helping someone without expecting anything in return. So when this person was helping the older lady, she was maybe, I don't know what is happening, but she may be carrying her groceries around with her and helping her, but she's not expecting anything in return. So when we perform something without expecting anything in return, that's when we say it's yagna. But we also see the sun and rain happening here. How is that yagna? But even so, we can say even the sun raises, so it doesn't expect anything in return. The sun raises every morning without expecting anything in return. So no, it doesn't, the sun doesn't think, oh, someone's going to enjoy my sunlight or someone's going to benefit from this. The sun simply raises because it naturally does so. And the rain, similarly, rain occurs naturally because it doesn't want anything back in return. So that's how it just happens. So what is yagna? Yagna is basically doing an action without expecting anything in return. And here Krishna also says yagna comes from prescribed duties. So what does prescribed duties mean? Prescribed duties is basically dharma. And what is dharma? Dharma is something that we do, some action that we do that is in accordance with the whole universe, that is natural to us. So let's say we eat and we brush and we read and we do everyday activities. This is also dharma because it's in accordance with the whole universe. Or coming to Gita class and learning Gita, this is also dharma because it's in accordance with the whole universe and we are learning something from this. We are learning something about ourselves and we're learning something about everyone. So this is what dharma means, something that is in accordance with everything else, that is in our natural sense, and that is our natural tendency to do something. That is dharma. So helping someone can be a dharma. Or let's take the previous example, the sun rising. The sun rising is the sun's dharma to naturally come every morning and naturally give its sunlight to everyone. That is the sun's dharma. So like that, everything has its own dharma, and everything has its own prescribed duties, or everything has its own duties that it needs to perform. Over here, Krishna talks about yagna, and there are multiple types of yagna that we can learn about. So let's look at this in a little more depth. Vijayji would like to talk a little more about this. So there are many types of yagna.
Sure. Thank you very much, Aditya. So you saw what is food, what is rain, what is yagna, and what is dharma. As a human, like how sun has the prescribed duty, his duty is simply to shine and to give light. And through that light only, everything on this earth functions. For example, this very body needs food, isn't it? All of our bodies need food. And from where the food comes? From the plant. And how the plants get the energy to generate the food? They receive it from the sunlight, rainwater, from the earth, isn't it? It is said that if the sun doesn't shine for as many as only about 6 to 8 minutes, the whole earth will collapse, meaning everything will stop functioning. That much important is the sun's energy to the functioning of everything on the earth. So just like that, as human being, one has to perform duties. You and me, whoever else, we all have to perform our duties. And what are the duties? What is the right dharma for you and me to perform? That is what is called as the Pancha Mahayagnas, the 5 prescribed duties. What are they? Deva Yagna, Bhuta Yagna, Manushya Yagna, Pitru Yagna, and Rishi Yagna. So let's understand this in a little more detail. Deva. See, the sun god, like I said already, if the sun god is not shining, then this whole earth will collapse. Like that, Vayu Devata. If the air is not there, how will your and my body function? Vayu Devata is important. Like that, so many things are happening here in this universe. The air is moving, the water is like how Aditya showed, condensing, evaporating, becoming rain. Earth is rotating. So many things are happening. Some of the things we can see, some of the things we may not even see. See, the earth is a huge ball and it is rotating at a very high speed. And if the speed of the earth changes even slightly, or if the angle in which it is rotating changes slightly, then the whole earth will collapse. So much precision, okay? All of this is happening. But you and I may not be running all of that. And so there are a lot of universal forces. That is what is recognized as Devatas. And Deva Yagna means we are offering our respects to all these elements. See, when your eyes have to see, you need light. Not only the light from sun, but also your inner light. Light that needs to operate through your eyes. Some people have eyes, but they cannot see. So like that, Devatas are the ones who are powering all the functions in your body. Seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, talking. Okay, so Devata Yagna means you offering respect. How? One is be very respectful towards your own body. Take a very good care of your very body. Be respectful towards others' bodies. Be very respectful. Help them. Then going into temples, offering pujas, being part of the various kinds of rituals. Various puja samskaras are there, which are, for example, how do you prepare biryani? You know, you may not know the method, but when Amma gives you the biryani, you eat and you think it's very tasty. Like that, there are many pujas which you may not understand today. But when you participate and when you take part in it, you will slowly start realizing how all these rituals, many of the rituals in our Sanatana Dharma are well planned, very scientific. So being part of all these kinds of rituals, puja, sanskara, offering your respects is Deva Yagna. Bhuta Yagna is taking care of other animals, whether it's a cow or a dog or cat, helping other animals, treating them nicely, giving them food, giving them shelter. All of this is Bhuta Yagna. Being kind to all the animals. Manushya Yagna, taking care of other people. See, in your own family, maybe somebody may be sick, or somebody may be looking for some help, or maybe today somebody, maybe your father or mother or your grandmother, somebody may be little down today. So to take care of them, to help them, or around you, other friends who need help in any way. Maybe you know math better and somebody may be struggling with math, helping them with that. So like that, Manushya Yagna is offering help to other humans. Pitru Yagna. See, today you are there because of your parents. Your parents are there because their grandparents are your grandparents. Like that, Pitru Yagna is being respectful towards your own family, your own traditions. Among all these yagnas, the best yagna, the highest form of the yagna is Rishi Yagna. Rishi Yagna is like what we are doing here. Realizing the message of great masters like Bhagavad Gita, realizing that message and imbibing that, inculcating it within ourselves and offering it to others is the highest form of yagna called Rishi Yagna. So these are the 5 yagnas that the great rishis have prescribed that you and I as human beings have to perform. We have to make some time every day in our own little ways. In our own little ways. See, for example, in the morning, we can offer our respects in the puja room. And whenever some ritual is happening, be part of it. And every day we can look at how we can offer some food to some animal, how we can help another person today. Before I go to bed, I can recollect, have I helped anybody today? Have I been only consuming food? Or have I also participated in the yagna today? Very important, no? If I'm only eating and if I'm not giving, how would it be? It would be so selfish, no? So have I done anything like that today? And among all the great yagnas, have I taken part today in the Rishi Yagna? Either I myself have learned something new from Bhagavad Gita or by listening to some talks by Prabhuji or such great masters, or participating in the Gita study circle. Are you teaching somebody? What have I done today for Rishi Yagna? Like that, each one of us can do a little of any of these 5 yagnas. All of these 5 yagnas. All right. So through this only, life will be abundant. So Krishna is saying, annād bhavanti bhutani. So how this food comes? Because there is yagna, constant yagna happening. And when you and I also are living in accordance with this, then your life and my life and all the people who are around us, their life will be abundant. Any questions, anybody? Is the explanation given by Aditya and me, is this all clear? Does anyone have any question? Great. If no one has any question, Aditya, back to you. You can listen to the understanding and we can participate.
Thank you, Vijayji. Would anyone like to, can everyone start sharing their understanding? Okay, Yashita, go on.
I understood like a small tiny help may mean a big thing for others. Like if you give someone a pen, it may be so much, like it may mean so much to them because there was a lot to write. But if you hadn't given the pen, they couldn't have written anything, and they would have made a lot of pending work. So so I understood. So small things also may mean big means to others.
Right, yeah, good. Anyone else would like, can anyone else share their understanding? Megha, would you like to go?
Yeah, this Sloka, I understood that here
You can take a minute, it's fine. Can I come back to you after a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. Vidisha.
Yeah, so what I understood is that even small helps can make a big change. Even if you do a small good deed, it might bring a very big change for others in their life or something. Like how yes, Chita gave the example of a pen. That's also like maybe that person might have got scoldings from the teacher or something just because he was not writing, he forgot a pen. And everybody might forget something or make mistakes in their life, so it's always good to help them.
Okay. Also, could you talk a little about the interrelation between food, sacrifice? So, food, rain, yagna, and dharma. What do you understand about that?
Yeah, so about that, if even what we eat, it's performed by somebody, like the farmers. They have only put their hard work for us to eat.
Yeah.
They are only putting their all hard work, and they are actually, we are just going and buying it from the market while they are cultivating it, they're sowing the seeds, they're harvesting, and then they're selling the market, which is a big thing. So it's a big thing that we are at least, we should be grateful that we are at least getting food from them directly, while some people don't even get that.
Right. Yeah. So that's just one example, right? Food. So
Yeah.
food as in it can be anything materialistic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Vidisha. Next, Pramak.
So I understood that all living beings are dependent on material things like food. There are
Yeah.
like material thing can't be only defined as food. It can be also touch, smell, taste, and hearing. They are
Yeah.
all the sources of material things. So that food is produced by a sole source, like the sun, which gives us sun rays without doing anything, without taking.
Pramak, I can't hear you. Pramak?
Hello.
Huh. Sorry, I lost you. You were talking about how the sun gives.
Yeah. So then I learned about how the yagnas, then dharma. Dharma is any action which we do, which is perfectly fine with the universal order, like eating, then exercising, and everything else.
Right.
So
Yeah.
then from Vijayji, I learned about Mahayagna, Pancha Mahayagnas, which is Deva. Deva means which we are doing to the god. Bhuta means which we are helping other animals. Manushya means which we are helping other humans. Pitru means which we are helping our own parents. And Rishi is the highest one, which
Yeah. Go on. Pramak? Hello. Pramak, I can't hear you. Okay, let's move on. Pramak, if you have anything to add, you can come back. I'll circle back to you later because I don't think I can hear you now. Megha, could you share your understanding?
Yeah. I understood here that a small change, like a small help to others, may be something big to them. Like if we do all or try to do all of the, or at least one of the help, like from the Mahaya, like if we help a rishi, like um, if we respect the rishi a day, or next day we give help our parents by helping in their chores, or like we are free like that. And Manushya, yeah, if there is an old lady in the market, like, or helping her in any way. And like, if there is a person, old lady or anything in the bus, if she needs to sit, we give her the place, like, so, and if the bus is crowded, we give her the place. Then Deva Yagna, by like, well, while we chant stotras in the morning after we take bath, that is a type of Deva Yagna. We don't have to perform any rituals like that. And Bhuta Yagna, like, if there is a cow or anything grazing near the house, and we can help it by feeding it some more food if there's no grass left, or let it graze near our yard.
Yeah.
That's what I understood.
Yeah.
Those
Good. Yeah. So yeah, that's good. Thank you. Next, okay, Shreyas.
Yes, I understood like dharma means any work we do, like any show means regularly, like drinking water, taking bath, doing brush, exercising, and etc. etc.
Yeah.
And Pancha Mahayagnas, Deva Yagna we can define like means after we get up, we go to take bath and do and respect our offers to the god. We can say like Deva Yagna. And Bhuta Yagna, when we means if a dog is hurt, we can go to the doctor and like make it heal and give it some food. And Bhuta Yagna means to give respect to animals also.
Yeah.
And Manushya Yagna, if somebody is suffering from something, like if somebody is suffering, you can help them. If an old man is carrying some bags, which is heavy, you can go ask them that can I carry them for you. That could be Manushya Yagna. Pitru Yagna means like to offer our own gurus and parents. That's what I understood.
Yeah, and above all is Rishi Yagna, right?
Yes.
Okay.
To understand Rishi Yagna, to to give people knowledge and understand the meaning ourselves
Right.
also.
And what kind of knowledge? The knowledge of the divine, right?
Yes.
So like Gita, which is the highest,
Yes.
right? Also, did you get the relation between what Krishna is talking about, food, and
Yes.
yeah,
Like food here, it doesn't mean like some roti or some bread. It means like God has given us 5 senses, like mostly everybody knows. Those are like very important.
yeah,
So we those are like in this Sloka, it is produced by rains, they say. But this is not like but by the process, like rain has full process, like what the water cycle, it is a full process from like that. That's what I understood.
right. Thank you, Shreyas.
Welcome.
Raghavi.
Yeah, so from this Shloka, I understood that we have to be ever helping and we should also respect everyone around us. And that helping should become more of a natural tendency to everyone. And I also understood that a small helping hand or an act of kindness can go a really long way.
Yeah.
Then, then Vijayji told us about the different types of yagnas and how they're important to us. He told us how Deva Yajna means Deva Yajna not only means that we have to respect our own body, but also uh, surrendering to God through puja. Bhuta Yajna means helping animals. Manushya Yajna means we have to help people. Rishi Yajna, which is the highest meaning, it tells us that we can, like, it's realizing our message from our guru and also offering it to others.
Yeah, true. Thank you, Raghavi. Akshat.
Yeah. So what I understood is that like everything is interconnected. Like if we need food, the food comes from the rain and the rain comes from the Igna, that Rishi said that. And about the Agnyas, basically Agnya means a help we do. Deva Agnya is we worship God like that. And then Manushya Yajna is helping anyone. Like when you're going to a market and a person has got too much items and he's not able to carry, you help him to carry.
Yeah.
And like Pitra Yajna is respecting our elders. Bhut Yajna is helping our animals, like feeding them and the preserving the nature.
Yeah. And finally, Rishi Yajna, right?
Yeah. For Rishi Yajna, we should. I understood that for Rishi Yajna, we should thank the rishis for doing yajnas.
Right. Rishi Yajna doesn't mean just thanking, but also when teaching others or learning about the higher knowledge, right?
So you mean we should learn and teach?
Yeah, learn or teach, which can be Rishi Yajna. Learning, not learning mean not like what we learn in school, but the divine knowledge. So who am I really? What is my purpose? Right? That's Rishi Yajna.
Okay.
Did you understand?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
Teaching,
you.
like teaching Bhagavad Gita and all.
Yeah, that's also one form of Rishi Yajna.
So in fact, all of you, after you learn Bhagavad Gita and realize the meaning, you should also start participating. You should also teach others. Each one of you will be a great Gita Acharya and Acharini. Okay? When you take this message of Bhagavad Gita, even if you take it to 5 other children, imagine those 5 will take it to 5 others. So in no time, you would have covered the whole earth. All the people will have this divine knowledge. All you have to commit is, say for example, once when you have learned, say how to chant, I will teach 10 others how to chant. When you learn the meaning, I will teach 10 others what the meaning is. First you have to learn, you have to imbibe, and then you have to transmit. That is Rishi Yajna. We also have Nitinji. Are you there, Nitinji? Your voice is not clearly audible.
Give me a moment. Let me try. Is it better now, Ji?
Much better. Is Urvi with you? Who's with you?
Yes, it's Urvi Ji. Urvi Ji.
Okay. Would Urvi like to share her understanding?
Shama, I think we joined late. We can ask Urvi.
Urvi, would you like to share anything based on what you heard and what you understood? No problem. You can also listen to this video again and you can come back to us with your understanding. All right?
Ji.
Yeah. Great. Okay, so Aditya, back to you.
Yeah, so that's all I had to share for today. Thank you, everyone. Namit, back over to you.
So we'll end the recording of this particular shloka contemplation then.